Hey, good morning to you. It is a Monday morning, and hopefully you had a great weekend. Weekend here was kind of checkered for us. Certainly a busy one, which actually began Friday. For those who went to the Italian Fest for this weekend, we do appreciate you coming there. I know my uncle Ronnie enjoyed it. Was there Friday. Had some live shot problems, but those happen once in a while. But I went with my daughter and my wife, and then my son, his girlfriend came later on Friday, and we just enjoyed ourselves. Of course, had the classic sausage and peppers, and my wife put in for a couple of baskets. Didn't get a call yesterday. She's a little upset about that. She thought for sure she'd win some of those baskets. They have like 30 or 40 of them of the raffle that you had. But it was a good time. Weather was good. And then Saturday was rather busy for us and really kind of surprising at the lack of severe weather. It's it's been kind of tough here for severe weather. Well, we haven't had much of it. And what we have had has been very difficult to forecast for this particular year. Not quite sure why. But we last week we had two potential severe weather days, Saturday and Monday. Monday we kind of called it correctly. The severe, Storm Prediction Center had us in a slight risk. We're like, not impressed, and it turned out to be nothing but rain. But boy, Saturday looked real good for at least a decent severe weather outbreak, and it started out pretty rough there. We went in around midday. We had everything set, and big clouds started to form with the wind coming off the lake. I remember I came into the station around 12:15, 12:30, and there was some huge clouds. And told the gang, let's get in, let's get started here. Uh, and it turned out there was one good cell that hit the Union City area with some pretty big hail, quarter-size hail. But then that went on and kind of dissipated. Then the rest of the day, I mean, we did a couple cut-ins there, and I was on for a couple of hours on Facebook Live. But it's like starting an engine, and you see the potential. It almost turns over, but it never does. Gets kind of frustrating. That's kind of how the day went for most of us here in Erie County. After that initial hit, now we had some good storms. Don't get me wrong, gusty. We had some hail, but the tornadic activity, thankfully stayed to our south. But it sure looked good that we were going to see some as well. But it just never quite developed. And if I sound disappointed, no, I'm not. The last thing I wanted is to see anyone get hit with severe weather. But you put a lot of effort into getting it started. Everything's in place, and we're all here. And you just expect more. And when it doesn't happen, sometimes you're like, wow. But that's how it goes in weather. Sometimes we'll go in and we'll put like half hour into a forecast and it turns out great. Other ones like Saturday put in hours looking at all the models. Everything looked perfect for severe weather. There was one model that was the outlier, and typically, like many things in other situations, you don't go with the outlier. Well, we should have, because the outlier, the one model, got it perfect. It kept the severe weather to our south and to the west. It hit Cleveland pretty good, and then suddenly it just seemed to fall. All the warnings just suddenly disappeared north of 80, and that one model got it perfect. But you never know. Do you follow that model? It's one of the models that we use a lot, and but we decided to go with the majority, and 90% of the time that's turns out to be true, or at least somewhat true. But it was totally untrue. The other models had, as they say, all hell breaking loose for us, and turned out not to be hell. So thankfully that happened. But that's Saturday. Yesterday, hope you enjoyed your day. What a gorgeous day it was. Perfect. My wife and my daughter and I did a little walking along Walnut Creek, which we like to do when the weather's good. And hopefully you got out as well. Starting out pretty decent this morning. You can see here, Channel Lock Weathercam here at Conneaut Lake. Sunshine here. There. Oh, love to see the birds go by. Oh, nice little track there, headed toward the sunrise this morning. And as we check out other, let's see, how are things looking here in the Bayfront region? Something doesn't look right. Oh, that's why. Okay, now let's check that out here. Clicking the wrong button once again. Here we go. We got some sun starting to illuminate us here. We'll go to downtown Erie, and we have some decent weather there as well. You can see sunshine. A lot of clouds off, high mid-level cloud. These aren't rain clouds off toward the west. Edinburgh also starting out probably some pretty good sunshine. So good sun for the day. And but that's going to change as we head on into the afternoon. We have a frontal system here. And okay. So there's that warm front. And you can see last night we had a lot of thicker clouds here. And then as we head on toward daybreak, see how they're kind of breaking up over the lake. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Nice breakup here. But more clouds forming over the lake. The warm front well to the south. And, we do have some rain showers here, kind of along the I-80 corridor right now. But that should stay to our south. And what are the chances of rain for today? Well, let's head on back to our futurecast. And as we put this into motion, you can see, a couple of those showers to the south. Clouds will increase during the afternoon. Once we get toward 4 o'clock, those of you Crawford County, keep watch. I don't think we'll have the rain here in Erie until closer toward the supper hours, you can see. And even then, not a lot. But the threat is there through the night, maybe some rumbles of thunder. On and off, you can see we get these kind of waves of showers and storms. The front seems to go through in the morning early, and you can see this big spin here. That's an upper level system, an upper level wave. And that will move through. That keeps the threat of showers through the day. So I think, we have unsettled weather for tomorrow, even though it's not an all-day rain. And they can hang into Tuesday night, even Wednesday morning, stubborn on the clouds here. But by late morning into midday, we're looking forward to some better weather for the region. And the start of what should be like a 2-day good forecast here. So let's head on over and let's see who's chiming in this morning. Hello to you, Todd. Good to see you this morning. Blaine, good morning as well. Hey, Teresa. Good to see you, Teresa Gordon. You have yourself a good day as well. And I'm just popping up 7-day here. So you got something a little better to look at than kind of a gray screen there. Hey, Kim, good to see you. Out there at the Leisure Lake Campground, good morning to you out there in Corey. Hey, Lori, 61, sun showing up. It is going to be a nice morning. It was busy on Saturday. We didn't get the spaghetti dinner, Lori. We didn't get out on Sunday. We decided to go and take a walk instead. But you know what? My wife's pretty good at that, so I'm not too upset. And, I'm glad you like the tie, Kim. This is a medical tie. It's got a stethoscope. We get a trade here with Peacock Joe's at the Sassy Peacock. That's in 8th and Pittsburgh Avenue. We trade with them. This isn't my, this is their suit. And they got some pretty cool ties. I'm glad you like it there. Thank you, Kim. Diane, good to see you this morning. Hello, Nancy. Hello to you, Sue Ward. Good morning to you out there in Pittsfield. Ronnie, good to see you, my friend. Does this not make my head look big? Oh, my head's always big, Ronnie. You know that. Doesn't I don't need whatever tie I have. Hey, Bill, good to see you out there. Um, yeah, that's right. Dog Days of Summer, July 3rd through August 11th. Yeah. Um, we didn't have much, not much dogs, not much dog days. You can say, hey, Rose, good to see you. Beautiful start to Monday. Lori, good to see you out there in Warren. Hope all is well with you. Yep, 85 on Sunday. We're not, we're still in summertime here. Bob and Sue, good to see you. Hello, Justina, not familiar. Glad you joined us today. Good morning to you, Justina. Glad you could be with us. And we're going to have some possible late showers today, better chances. Tuesday looks unsettled. Friday looks unsettled, sandwiched in between some pretty decent weather here. Slow warm up. Friday, a little cool hit, but the upcoming weekend looking pretty nice. Okay, look at the clock. It's almost 7:15. That means I got to fly here. Good to see you guys. Thanks all for joining me during our severe weather updates on Facebook Live. Always good to see you. Always good to see you as well. Have yourselves a great day. Watch those raindrops. Talk to you tomorrow. Take care.